Your vitality is reflected in your life. The energy you bring to each moment, situation, or relationship shapes it. The problem is that most individuals are not aware of their ability to change their energy. They believe that their environment, their past, and their DNA are beyond their control. This is not true. You can change your energy at any time. And when you do, everything changes. Think about this. How often do you wake up and let the weather, traffic, or someone's random word control your mood? How often do you react to life instead of adding to it? It's time to change course. It's time to take control of your life and write your own story. Let's discuss the true definition of energy. What matters are the ideas you have, the emotions you experience, and the way you manage yourself, not some magical power. The things you can change are your mindset, priorities, and beliefs. When you walk into a room full of people, you can feel the energy, right? Some people make it brighter, others make it darker. What kind of energy are you contributing in your life? Are you toning it down or are you brightening it? In an instant, your vibration changes. It doesn't require changing your whole life or years of treatment. Choosing to take responsibility for your energy and stop blaming your circumstances and start creating them is the first step. If you are new to our community, please make sure you don't miss any of our daily videos by subscribing, liking, and sharing. Don't forget to enable the bell notification so you don't miss any of our recently released videos. Let me tell you a secret. Your brain cannot distinguish between what is going on in your inner world and what is going on around you. When you visualize something clearly, your brain works the same way it would work if it were real. This means that you can only use your imagination to develop new brain pathways, new patterns of thinking and feeling. Instead of getting up and instantly checking your phone, scrolling through social media and letting the outside world control your mood, what if you spent a few minutes building your energy for the day? Imagine being able to see the day you desire, the person you want to be, and the enthusiasm you want to bring to every encounter. This is about realizing that your vision shapes your reality, not about ignoring reality or thinking positively. It is about realizing that you can choose how you react to any situation. Think of someone who inspires you and instills confidence and optimism. What makes them unique? It is their energy, not the situation they are in. They have mastered the art of developing an inner state that is independent of circumstances. You are capable of doing the same. Awareness is the first step. Start observing your energy level throughout the day. Observe how it changes and what affects it. Are there people or circumstances that make you feel exhausted? Do certain ideas or activities raise your energy? Now that you know, you can start making decisions. Limiting your exposure to things that drain your energy is one decision you can make. You have the choice to increase your energy boosting activities. You have the choice to shift your attention from what is wrong to what is good. However, there is more to it than that. Your ideas, habits, and subconscious patterns all affect your energy, not just the thoughts and actions you are doing right now. They function in the background of your life, just like the operating system. If you really want to change your energy, you have to upgrade your operating system. You have to think about what you believe about the world and about yourself. Are they serving you? Are they real? Or are they outdated practices that you use without question? Write down your beliefs about life, relationships, success, and yourself. Then ask yourself, where did these come from? Are they really true? How would your life change if you held an opposite belief? Many of your limiting ideas have been passed down from your parents, schools, and society at large. You may be shocked to learn that they are not even your own. The good news is that you have the freedom to choose new beliefs, just as you did when you adopted your old ones. Changing your views is not always easy. It often requires repetition, perseverance, and a willingness to feel uncomfortable. But when you change your beliefs, you are also changing your ideas, so it is worth it. By changing your thoughts, you can also change your emotions. When you change your emotions, you change your behavior. Also, as you change your behavior, your life changes. Now let's talk about habits. Your habits are the little things you do every day that make up your life. They are the building blocks of your energy. What habits do you have right now? Are they energizing you or draining your energy? Choose a behavior to change and start small. Maybe it's waking up 30 minutes earlier to meditate. Maybe it's reading an inspiring book instead of scrolling through the morning headlines. Maybe it's taking a daily walk outdoors. Whatever it is, make a commitment. Do it regularly. Even when you don't feel like it, especially when you don't feel like it, remember that your brain first opposes change because it prefers efficiency and tries to save energy. However, if you keep choosing the new behavior, it will eventually become second nature. It becomes part of your identity. Now let's discuss the importance of attention. Energy flows where attention goes. What do you spend most of your time focusing on? Are you looking for answers or are you focusing on problems? Are you seeing what is right or what is wrong? Are you focusing on what you have or what you lack? Your world is shaped by your concentration. If you are always thinking about problems, guess what? There will be other problems. If you are always looking for them, you will discover more opportunities. This is how your brain works, not by magic. Information is filtered according to what you say is important. Therefore, choose your emphases carefully. Develop the ability to see the positive side of things, to learn from every setback, and to recognize the potential in every struggle. This means addressing problems with a solution-oriented mindset rather than ignoring them. At the end of each day, write down 3 things you are grateful for. Be specific. Instead of just writing "my family," write about the nice conversation you had with your child at dinner or the way your spouse smiled at you this morning. This teaches your brain to recognize and value the positive aspects of your existence. Now let's talk about your physical vitality. Your body and mind are intertwined. If you want to change your mental and emotional energy, you have to pay attention to your physical energy. How is your sleep? Are you allowing your body to rest and heal? How is your diet? Do you feed your body healthy foods or do you rely on sugar and caffeine to keep you going? How is your mobility? Do you exercise your body regularly? These have a direct impact on your vitality and are not just health issues. Your flexibility, attention, and mood are affected by too little sleep. Energy dips and mood swings can be caused by a diet heavy in processed foods. Being sedentary can make you feel lethargic and uninspired. Start observing how your energy is affected by various diets, sleep programs, and forms of exercise. Try a few things and see what works for you. Remember that small adjustments over time can have significant effects. Now let's talk about your environment. You might be surprised to learn how much your physical environment affects your energy. Is your home organized or cluttered? Is your work environment motivating or tiring? Do the objects around you make you feel more energized or less energized? Spend some time creating a space that fosters the mood you want. Get rid of clutter and add inspiring artwork or plants. Create a place where you can meditate or contemplate every day. Now let's talk about the stress that saps the vitality of so many people. While stress is a normal part of life, prolonged stress can lower your energy levels and have a negative impact on your health. The trick is not to get rid of stress, but to change your relationship with it. Start by realizing that it is often your perception of a problem rather than the actual situation that causes tension. When you feel anxious, take a break. Breathe deeply and ask yourself, is this as dangerous as it seems? What could go wrong? What is the probability of something happening? What tools can I use to deal with it? You will often discover that your nervousness response is excessive for the circumstances. By challenging your beliefs and changing your perspective, you can save energy and get rid of unnecessary tension. Meditation is another effective technique to reduce stress and shift your energy. I can't meditate, my mind is too busy. I understand that some of you may be thinking this way, but this is exactly why you should meditate. The purpose of meditation is to observe your thoughts without getting caught up in them, not to stop them. Start with just 5 minutes every day. Close your eyes, choose a comfortable seat, and concentrate on your breathing. When your thoughts drift away, and they will, gently bring your focus back to your breath. That's all there is to it. It is simple, but not always so. If you persevere, you will eventually become more focused, less reactive, and more in control of your energies. Let's discuss the power of visualization. Remember my earlier explanation that your brain cannot distinguish between what is going on around you and what is going on in your mind? That's when visualization comes in handy. Spend a few minutes every day visualizing who you want to be. Visualize yourself going about your day with ease and confidence. Imagine overcoming obstacles with poise and authenticity. Experience the feelings that come with becoming this version of yourself. This is mental rehearsal, not imagining. Your brain is indeed reorganizing to accommodate this new energy. The more vividly you can visualize it, the more real your brain will see it. And that's where a lot of people get stuck. Once they start shifting their energy, they face opposition from others, from themselves, and from their environment. This is normal, even encouraging. It shows that you are growing. Even if your current vibration is not helping you, remember that it is comfortable and familiar. When you start to change it, you may feel uncomfortable. People in your life may react strangely to the new you, and old habits may try to resurface. The key here is commitment. Commitment to your new self, to your new energy, even if it's hard, even if you don't see results right away, or even if it's easier to fall back into old habits. Think of it similar to exercising. Exercise is painful when you first start because your muscles ache and you get tired quickly. However, if you keep going, your body adapts to it. As you gain strength, it becomes easier. The same is true when you change your energy. You don't have to feel it to act according to this powerful reality. You don't need to wait until you feel confident to act courageously. You don't have to put off taking action until you feel inspired. Even if you are not experiencing the energy you want right now, you have the freedom to choose to embrace it. This is where the magic happens. When you consistently decide to be that energy, no matter how you are feeling at that moment, you begin to become that energy. Your body and mind begin to cooperate with your decision. Now let's take relationships. Your energy is greatly affected by your connections. Do the people in your life make you feel better or worse? Are you surrounded by people who encourage you, push you to improve, and believe in your goals? They say you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Who are these 5 people for you? Do they have the same vibe you desire? While it is not necessary to cut people out of your life, it involves carefully choosing who you spend time with and how much effort you put into each interaction. Look for individuals who exhibit the enthusiasm you wish to have. Join communities or organizations that share your beliefs and desires. You must be the kind of person you want to attract into your life. Now let's address a common misconception. Being cheerful all the time is not the same as changing your energy. It does not mean denying unpleasant feelings or pretending that nothing is wrong. This is not sustainable and not real. Developing emotional intelligence requires changing your energy. It requires having the freedom to feel all your emotions without letting them rule you. This means that instead of just reacting to life, you can choose how you want to react to it. Instead of trying to ignore your feelings of anger, sadness, or frustration, try to deal with them. What are they telling you? What is the unmet need? What belief is under attack? By establishing this kind of connection with your emotions, you can avoid being at their mercy. Instead of seeing them as problems to be solved, you begin to see them as useful information. Now let's take the issue of purpose. One of the most effective strategies for changing your energy is to have a purpose. When you believe that your life has a purpose and that you are part of something bigger than yourself, everything changes. What is important to you? What do you want to do to make the world a better place? What kind of legacy do you want to leave? These are difficult issues, but very important ones. First, identify your values. What values do you want to live by? What kind of person do you want to be? Then find ways to make your daily activities consistent with these principles. Small things can have a significant impact. Remember that your mission doesn't have to be ambitious or transformative. Being the best parent you can be, spreading compassion at work, or producing a work of art that moves others can be easy ways to make a difference. Now let's discuss the power of language. Your energy is greatly influenced by the words you use, both internally and when interacting with other people. Pay attention to the words you use to describe yourself. Do you treat yourself with kindness or harshness? Do you praise yourself or criticize yourself? Do you focus on your strengths or weaknesses? Make it a challenge to talk to yourself as you would talk to a loved one. Be kind to yourself. Watch the language you use with other people. When you make a mistake, instead of criticizing yourself, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? You have the ability to transform your life in just 3 days. That's right, 3 days. While it sounds too good to be true, I'm here to tell you that it's not only possible, but it's something you can start doing right now. What if you could have everything you really wanted in just 72 hours? What impact would that have on your life? How would it change your perception of the world and yourself? Let's discuss desire. What is it that you really desire? Maybe better health, a romantic connection, or a new job. Maybe it's a sense of purpose or financial independence. I want you to think about this desire right now. Whatever it is, see it, feel it, and believe it is achievable. Your world is shaped by your ideas. You are communicating with the universe with every single thought you have. It is like ordering from a cosmic restaurant. You can order anything from an infinite menu. The trick is to think that your order is on its way. You have to wait for it with all your strength. When was the last time you placed an internet order? What happened after you selected buy? You anticipated it would arrive. You knew it was coming, so you didn't sit there and wonder if it was coming. That kind of anticipation is the secret to achieving your goals in 3 days. But emotions are just as important as thinking. The language of the body is emotion. When a strong emotion and a clear cognition are combined, a super powerful signal is generated. You are speeding things up. You are not just giving an order. So how do we do this? How can we harness this incredible power? Realizing that you are not your past is the first step. The situation you are in does not define you. You are a creative being with unlimited possibilities. The universe is your canvas, and your ideas and emotions are your paintbrush. Let's examine. Clarity is very important on the first day. You need to be very clear about what you want, what you really want, not what you think you should have or what others think you should have. Write it down in vivid detail using a pen and paper. Use each of your senses. If the house is new, what does it look like? What does it smell like? How does it feel to hold the doorknob? Visualize it as if it were real. Once you have clarity, it is time to experience it. Close your eyes and enter that world. Experience the happiness, excitement, and gratitude of achieving your goals. Let this feeling permeate every cell in your body. This is generating, not pretending. Your body and mind are tuning into the frequency of your desire. Letting go is the focus of the second day. Paradoxical as it may seem, this is really important. You have felt it. You have placed your order. Now you have to have faith. Let go of the how. Stop trying to be responsible for every little detail. The intelligence of the cosmos is limitless. It is aware of the fastest and most effective technique to fulfill your purpose. It is your responsibility to remain receptive and maintain the feeling that it has already been given to you. There is no need to lie on your couch waiting for magic to happen. It requires acting on inspiration. When you are in tune with your desires, you will experience intuitive taps and nudges. Stay connected to them. If you feel compelled, choose an alternative way to get to work. You may feel compelled to call an old friend. Do so. Believe in these feelings. The universe is guiding you towards your goals. On the second day, pay attention to your ideas. When you realize that you are questioning when or how, gently bring yourself back to the feeling you have already received. Remember that you are not wishing for this to happen. It has already happened in your heart and mind. You are just waiting for the real world to catch up with you. The third day is all about expectations and gratitude. Wake up with gratitude in your heart. Appreciate both what you have now and what is still to come. Being grateful puts you in a receptive state, like a magnet for miracles. Be in a state of happy anticipation throughout the day. Do you know what it feels like to constantly check your mailbox for an important package? You want to feed this energy. But the trick is not to get hung up on how your desire manifests itself. The cosmos sometimes has a brighter plan than people can grasp. Stay adaptable and open. Even if your desire takes a different form than you expected, it will be exactly what you need. It is important to control your energy during these 3 days. Your emotions and ideas are energy. Keep your thoughts under control because what you focus on grows. Pay attention to the media you watch, the people you talk to, and the environment you surround yourself with. Be with positive people. Look for things that uplift and encourage you. It sounds great, but my life is a mess. How can I change it in 3 days? The problem is that your current situation is just a mirror of your previous thoughts and feelings. It's like looking in a rearview mirror. What you see is where you have been, not where you're going. It is where your power is right here, right now, in this moment. You have the ability to choose a new idea or emotion. When you do this every day for 3 days, you start a new chain of events. You start building a new future. Think of it this way. Your life is like a vehicle. Your emotions and ideas are your controls. For years, you may have been traveling down a road you don't want to go down, but in 3 days, you can turn back. You can change direction. And once you are on this new path, if you keep going in that direction, you will find yourself in a completely different field. But you have to be reliable. You can't spend an hour dreaming about what you want and then spend the rest of the day complaining about the way things are going. It's like driving with one foot on the brake. You have to make sure that everything you do, say, and think is in line with what you want. This may seem difficult, and I'll be honest with you, it takes practice. The good news is that you just need to be persistent. You don't need to be perfect. If you see yourself slipping back into old patterns of thinking or feeling, gently reintroduce yourself. It's like training a puppy. You don't lose your cool when it strays. You just lovingly lead him back to where he wants to go. Now let's discuss why there are 3 days. The number 3 has a certain magic. It appears in religious scriptures, fairy tales, and stories. The Holy Trinity, 3 wishes, 3 days, and 3 nights. It has a fullness and a rhythm. What's more, 3 days is the right time to gather attention while building momentum. In 3 days, you can start creating new brain patterns and disrupt existing ones. In 3 days, you can change the chemistry of your body. You can change the energy you emit into the world in 3 days. You can also change what you attract by changing your energy. The most important thing to remember is that these 3 days are not about using willpower alone to force change. The goal is to tune into the organic flow of creation. Instead of forcing things, you are allowing things to happen. You are making space to receive. Think of a radio. If you want to listen to it, you don't have to make the radio play a particular channel. All you have to do is tune the frequency. For these 3 days, you are tuning yourself to the frequency of your desire. Some of you may be asking, what if I don't get results in 3 days? To begin with, remember that the seeds we plant sometimes take some time to grow. But more importantly, if you don't notice results, this is a chance to improve your procedure. Perhaps you have not expressed your desires clearly enough. Maybe you were trying too hard to manage the path. Maybe you let uncertainty creep in. This is a skill, and like any skill, it takes practice, so don't worry. The secret is to persevere. If after 3 days you realize that you still don't have results, do it again and again. Each time you will get better. Each time you will believe a little more. Even if a specific wish doesn't come true, remember to focus on what is emerging. Stepping stones or smaller manifestations that lead you towards your bigger goal are often sent by the cosmos. Take a moment to talk about fear. The biggest obstacle to achieving your goals is fear. Fear of change, fear of failure, and fear of success. Even when our comfort zones are not really comfortable, these worries keep us there. But the truth is that this fear is actually a fake piece of data that appears to be real. Your mind is predicting the future based on previous experiences. Don't resist the fear when it arises during these 3 days, because it will arise. Do not try to ignore it. Instead, give it credit for trying to keep you safe, and then choose love. Instead, choose faith. Instead of worrying about what could go wrong, choose to visualize what you want. Keep in mind that your goal is to become someone, not just to get something. When you focus on achieving something, you are really focusing on being the person who has that dream. If you want financial wealth, you need to be someone who feels wealthy, makes prudent financial choices, and recognizes possibilities everywhere. If you desire a meaningful relationship, you must be someone who radiates love, treats others with compassion, and is open to love. The procedure is therefore extremely effective. Even if your special wish does not come true in exactly 3 days, you will have changed. You will have developed and increased your ability to receive, and this development and expansion is very valuable. Now let's discuss action. A common misconception about manifesting is that it involves waiting for things to happen spontaneously. This is not how it works. Yes, the universe reacts to your energy, but it also reacts to what you do. You still need to apply for a new job and update your resume. You still need to make healthier decisions if you want to improve your health. When your thoughts and feelings are aligned with your desires, these activities don't feel like drudgery. On the contrary, they feel inspiring and exciting. Instead of fighting against inspiration, you flow with it. Follow your instincts during these 3 days. It may advise you to try something new, go somewhere you don't often go, or get in touch with someone. The cosmos is trying to tell you to follow these impulses to get what you want. Now let's talk about something very important. The purpose of this approach is not to manipulate events or exert control over others. You cannot use it to hurt others or to make someone fall in love with you. Ultimate goodness and harmony are the guiding principles of the cosmos. Magic happens when you are in harmony with these principles and when your desire comes from love and growth rather than fear and lack. As you concentrate on your goal, ask yourself, is this in my highest good and the highest good of all concerned? If the answer is in the affirmative, you can proceed with confidence that you will meet global standards. Now let's consider the issue of perseverance. This does not mean that you can relax 3 days after realizing your dream. The goal is to develop a new way of being. It all depends on keeping your excitement high, your expectations optimistic, and your desires aligned. You can liken it to the tuning of a musical instrument. If you want it to stay in tune forever, you cannot tune it once. You have to keep tuning it. Your ideas and emotions are no different. You will face obstacles in life and old habits will try to resurface. However, you now have ways to stay in tune with your desires. Each time you face a challenge or need to refocus, you become stronger. You become more powerful. You become a more powerful artist. Now let's face the skeptics. This may seem too good to be true to some of you. If it were so simple, why wouldn't everybody be doing it? The problem is that even though it is so simple, it is not always so. While the ideas are simple, they are not always that way because they require us to change our basic assumptions about the world and ourselves. Most of us have been conditioned to anticipate difficulties, to focus on what is wrong, and to believe in limits. To change this way of thinking requires courage, dedication, and a readiness to challenge what we have been taught about how the world works. But once you realize how powerful it is to match your ideas, emotions, and behaviors to your desires, you start to see results. It becomes easier, more instinctive. You start to believe in the process. You start to believe in yourself. Keep in mind that you are not alone in this. Every significant achievement, innovation, and constructive change in the world started with one person who saw a potential that others could not see. You are joining a great tradition of dreamers, visionaries, and innovators who dared to imagine something better and then made it a reality. As our discussion draws to a close, I want to emphasize an important point. You deserve the things you want. Love, prosperity, happiness, and success are what you deserve. You don't have to prove yourself or earn them. You are valuable just by existing. Your desires are not meaningless or arbitrary. They serve as beacons to help you reach your full potential. When you pursue your desires and take action to make them a reality, you honor the special spark of divinity within you. You are accepting life. When you accept it, you embrace your full potential. We have come to the end of this video. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and activate the bell notification to be notified of our videos before anyone else. Hope to see you in our next video. Goodbye.